Welcome into the USD Coyote Volleyball Net Report. I'm sitting here along with Coach Leanne Williamson, and Coach coming back from an opening weekend 2-1 record, a 4-set loss to Northwestern, a four-set win over Milwaukee, and a 4-set win over New Hampshire. Just real quick overview, just for the whole weekend. What were your positive and thoughts on this weekend?
You know, I think one of the first things that stands out for us is our blocking. I think our blocking did a really good job of not only scoring points, I mean, with 29 blocks on the weekend. I mean, that's definitely probably the highest we've been at, and maybe since I've been here. But then also to see our defense play so well behind them was a key for us. So that would be one thing that I think stood out that fans will be excited to see going forward throughout the year. You know, I think the other thing is just the growth that you're going to see throughout this team. I mean, we've been talking about it since day one, but being young, I mean, I think we got better every match, and that's something that we look at as a coaching staff to make sure that we're making the improvements that we need to in both wins and losses. You know, even against Northwestern, although we'd love to have that match back, because I don't think we necessarily played to our strengths overall. You know, I think we still did some really good things, and we're able to see some of those positives come through at certain points in the match. So, you know, I think those two keys, the blocking portion of it, and then the growth that we saw through some of our with some of our young kids was definitely something that we were excited in coming back with.
A couple other points. Obviously, serving was big this weekend too. A lot of service aces from multiple people, not just one person, and the balance offensively at the net. Obviously, everybody knows about Haley Dotseth, but some of the Jenna Wegmeister, a freshman, getting her first action. Taylor Wilson, a senior, really stepping up and having a big weekend. I mean, it wasn't just one person. No, I mean, well, let's
go back to your first thing, serving. You know, we were very impressed with our serving, and actually Northwestern was probably the match that we did not feel like we served our capabilities overall, and yet still ended up with 6 aces. So, you know, we're really happy with the way that our team was able to, you know, score points, and aces really aren't something that we pay attention to too much unless you're at the number that we were at this year or this weekend. But we got them out of system a lot, which helped our defense set up a lot cleaner, and obviously you're able to transition kill a lot more efficiently with that. So serving is something that we put a lot of time into. We didn't think it was a strong point for us when we first came in, so to see that growth with our team overall was definitely a positive. You know, some of our young kids, I mean, Jenna definitely did do some good things for us. I think you can see the athleticism that she has, you know, and I think some of her errors come from that lack of experience right now still, but she's going to continue to make some of those switches. And nice thing about her is she really wants to learn. She's very eager. She takes a lot of feedback and takes it really well and tries to transition it into her game. So I think people will be excited to watch her play and kind of see what she's going to be able to do. You know, Madison Juergens, you know, first time setting for us after now Britt has graduated, and I'm excited to have fans see her too. I mean, she did a great job of running our offense. And she, again, is just learning every day of how to set up our hitters the best way, how to put us in the best situations. And she's able to make some of those sets that I don't think people know that she can make yet. So we're really excited with what she did this weekend and what she's going to be able to do going forward. But I think she's a pretty confident player, and that definitely helps her lead this team.
I think something that also, like you said, gets ignored a little bit is defensively. You look at your back row play from Mahina and Lauren and Annie, and just the effort they gave to put your hitters in position to get those kills.
Yeah, I mean, Annie, Lauren, and Mahina, they actually call themselves the Meatballs. You know, and they're a good group of kids too. I mean, they work really hard, but they also support each other fully on the court. And when the three of them are back there, I kind of laugh occasionally because I think people have a really hard time scoring against them. They've put a lot of time into, I think, defending that back row for us and giving our hitters as many opportunities as we can for them to score, but they're also just little spitfires. They get really excited when we score points. You know, they're definitely supportive of others, and really they're serving. All three of them have really picked up their serving this year. So those 3 rotations, we feel very comfortable with them back there and what we're able to do.
And you talk about the net presence as well. Emily Grautoff, her and Taylor Wilson both had big weekends of the net.
Yeah, I mean, Emily, she kind of came out of nowhere, and you know, we knew that she could block the ball, but you know, I think at least in the two matches, I'm trying to find her real quick. A lot of blocks out of her. And I think she even surprised herself a little bit of what she was able to do. But she has worked a lot on that, just to learn the game and understand how to put herself in the best positions. But blocking is now an expectation for us, and we're excited to be able to have that with our team. And they have raised their expectations with that. So, like I said, our defense has always been good in the backcourt, but to be able to have that net presence as well, and to be able to score points up front just makes everything a little bit cleaner behind.
And we talked about Madison Jurgens. Obviously, she was on campus last year, got to practice every day, but this was her first time getting in a South Dakota uniform. She obviously looked pretty impressive from my view.
Yeah, I am very excited for what she's going to be able to do. She served the ball well. I think she puts up a really good out-of-system ball. She understands kind of our players' strengths and weaknesses, and not that she's going to be perfect yet, but she has definitely improved a lot over this past year, and I think she's going to be a lot different even from where she is now to where she is when conference starts to where she is at the end of the season. So we're really just focusing on that growth with her, really learning how to best run our offense and how to put her hitters into good situations. And she scores the ball. She was just under a kill per set, and I think that's something that we're going to continue to push her to do more of. But she's definitely somebody that can score points as well. And
we talked about how young and youthful this team is, but you look at your kill leaders, and you got a senior up there in Haley Dotson, you got a senior up there in Taylor Wilson, you have an upperclassman up there in Elizabeth Lotion, veterans that have been on the floor before. Yeah,
I think we feel really good with our young players, partly because of that experience that we also have next to them. I think it can be tough to have a young team, but when you have a young team that's surrounded by experience and people that have really been through both the good and the bad and experienced a lot of things within their time here, it just makes things a little bit smoother. So you've got the leadership coming from some of those upperclassmen. You've got the upperclassmen that'll take the big swings at the big times and kind of show our underclassmen what they need to do in order to have success.
Looking ahead, a big week here on campus in Vermillion, the South Dakota Classic. We got California, Northern Colorado, and Northeastern. Kind of three teams from three different areas of the United States coming to Vermillion. How excited are you as a coach, and how excited are you for not only the Callaway fans, but just the school in general?
Yeah, this is an extremely exciting time for us as a program. We've been working to get this tournament off the ground here for a couple of years, so to be able to actually host is something that's really just, I'm not sure I can really explain our excitement. One, for our players to be able to stay at home, be in their own beds, eat normal food, not have to eat out every meal. And so just have that home feeling is going to make a really big difference. But at the same time, we have three really good teams coming in that are going to challenge us in different ways. So we're excited to not only host, but to host a very quality tournament and hopefully showcase volleyball at a high level. So the two matches on Friday and the one on Saturday, I think it sets us up well to have hopefully some good fan bases attend and hopefully get some excitement going on around campus here.
Just real quick, you open with Northeastern. They're off to a 2-1 start, similar to what you guys are. And then you got California, who's obviously went 3-0 on their home floor, and then Northern Colorado, fresh off a 5-set loss to Illinois over the weekend, and heading into their Tuesday match.
Yeah, again, that's what we wanted. We wanted to find teams that were going to come and challenge us on our home floor as well. But I think they're all very good in their own ways. They're still very different in different ways too. So, we're excited to play three different teams that are going to make us have to play different game plans, have different scouting reports, and we can't rely on playing just one type of volleyball. We're going to have to, make adjustments to different people, different teams, the offenses, the defenses that people run. But that's what you got to do in our conference too. So we're really excited to play kind of those three different teams from different parts of the country that run different types of offenses and defenses, and really see what our team can do playing three matches in a short amount of time.
All right, thanks, Coach. This has been the Coyote Net Report with Coach Leanne Williamson.